I've always been told as a child, if someone hits you, defend yourself back. It's led up to simple fist fights, nice knife stabs and gunshots. The youth of today, no one is denouncing the badness. Everyone is, yeah, it's a bad man. It's basically portraying to the youth that this is a way of life. This is not a Cayman way of life. This is not something our grandfathers taught us. Parents are basically losing control of their children. The majority of the population is 35 and under. And when it comes to districts, the majority of the prisoners are from Georgetown and Westway. Someone has to stand up and say, hey, children, this is not it. Look at me, take me for a prime example. I'm smart, been through a lot of things in life, well-mannered, but just following company and getting caught up, like I said, after a while, everything doesn't start to seem wrong again. I wouldn't say there's something going wrong in Westway, but to be honest, it always comes right back to what the parents do with their child. If you give them enough room, they can mess up. And if you're not watching what they're doing and they're messing up, a lot of parents are shocked when they see their child, son or daughter, end up in jail. They'll be like, well, I didn't know you were doing that. Why? Because you're not spending any time around. You give him cell phone, you give him games, you give him that. You work in 2 jobs, you don't spend no time with him. I mean, basically you're assisting with what's going wrong with the child. If I give you enough room, if I tell you that the fire is hot and you don't learn it unless you get burnt, that whole time that I didn't say anything, I'm basically as bad as you are to just let you go on your own. And in society, we should stand up more to the youth, and we should partake more in things they should have to do. And like I said, basically the free time that the children have, or the younger generation have, it shouldn't be there. Parents should make sure and occupy their children's time. It all leads back to one thing, the supervision. A lot of parents love their children but don't show love. To be honest, they have to put more in place. Just about every Caribbean country or every country around the world has recreational centers for youth to go to if there's nothing to do, summertime, weekends. Cayman doesn't have that. Cayman's a very high society place, if that's correct. We should have more for the youth to do. A lot of children get in trouble for stealing go-karts, motorbikes. Build some tracks, get the youths there enjoying the tracks during the day, let them learn mechanic classes. There's a lot of different things they could set up, and it's not like we have to spend $50 million to get this thing started. Committing crime is just a matter of time before someone catches up on you, or karma brings it right back around, that whatever you've done to people, that it drops right back on you. So I guess people do it as a means to an end, but if you really look at it, there's no end to it. There's no end to it. You have to go out there and work hard. And our forefathers, grandfathers, grandmothers, we notice as little children, we notice how hard they work. A house was important, food was important, education was important. Nowadays, we tend to make the things that are not so important, we make them priorities, and the real important things, we just tend to forget about them. I'm in jail for importation of cocaine. One of my biggest problems was as a youth is lack of supervision. The little free time I did get, I used that to do negative, and I guess it just continued to escalate from there. Regardless of multiple warnings, I just still seemed to always do what I felt like, fearing no consequence, and just continued till I ended up in prison at 23 years old.